Hi, my name is Steve Houston, and you're on this channel because you're interested in mortgage section, final expense, or really all things financial services. You know that on this channel we discuss the facts and we provide third-party documentation, and we allow you to decide what is best for you going forward in this great industry. So in this video this week, we're going to talk a little about goal setting and how to really set a goal to make six figures in this business part-time or full-time, but I truly believe this is the best part-time opportunity in America today, where you can go out and work a couple days a week, couple days a week, and make six figures in this business your first year. That people that are doing that right now. So is it time tested and proven, and can you do it? It's time tested and proven, and I believe you can do it with the right mentorship and coaching. And again, I'm going to discuss that on a separate video, maybe do a live stream today. Everybody wants to talk about the IMOs, and many people keep changing IMOs, and truly, I've given you an outline of what a good IMO, in my opinion, really is. So yeah, I think you know that. Go back and watch some of those videos. Go back and watch the one that says it's not just a sign-up thing. I think the agency has a big part of your success initially. I mean, these IMOs, they have to have some basics, right? Which is technology, platform, good lead system where the leads aren't recycled, redated, and repurposed and sold over and over again, because that really kind of disables your opportunity very quickly, because you're spending money on things that you can't afford to sometimes spend money on if they don't produce results. So there's things that they need to have. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you giving it 100%, and I believe it comes down to having a coach or a mentor that can kind of help you day to day. And our agency does that for our agents, and we constantly strive to do better in that area. But I had a conference call yesterday with my coach and mentor to working on a few things that we need to change, and I believe will give the agents even a better opportunity. So we're constantly looking at that, and I believe that's the missing ingredient that many people don't consider, is that these companies are trying to train thousands of agents from 30,000 feet in the air, and they can't get really down and dirty and very specific on the training in many cases, because everybody's in a different place. Some people have been agents for a long time. Some people are brand new agents. They come in from different. So to get a training that fits everybody, depending on where they're at in their skill set, is very difficult. But your agent and your mentor or coach, your coach or mentor, can do that. And I think that's the missing ingredient. So again, it's not just a sign-up thing. Go watch the video up here, and maybe that'll kind of help you out. But this week, like I said, we're going to talk about goal setting. And look, figure out what you need to make. Most of you have a pretty good idea of what that means. It should give you a little bit of a stretch. I think the worst thing in this business is not having a goal that stretches you, or having too much money to bank. And I think you have to have a burning desire to succeed. You have to be coachable, and you have to be willing to work. And sometimes, I know that's the case for me, many times in my life, is that when I don't have to do it, in other words, I have enough money in the bank, I'm not fearful of the mailbox, I'm less motivated. So sometimes there's great rewards in having no other options, that you have to get it done, or they're going to take your car or their house, or your wife's going to leave you, those kind of things. Your spouse is going to leave you if you don't get it done. Sometimes, I know it's not a great feeling, it's kind of uncomfortable, but I think we need to stretch ourselves, is my point, right? So sometimes having a big 401k, a lot of money to bank, you might want to play in it, but here's the thing: if you play in it and you don't give it 110%, it's going to give you play money, right? And if that's what you're looking for, that's great. Not everybody comes in this business to make $100,000, and I'm not trying to suggest that. Some people want to just sell an app a week to supplement their income, and that's great. We have those people in our agency, and we love them to death. And whatever your goals are, is what we want to help you achieve. And that's largely in part why I started doing these YouTube videos, is that not everybody is looking to make $1 million a year or $500,000 a year and is willing to work that hard. There are people that want to make $1 million a year but aren't willing to put that kind of effort into it, right? You got to set a goal and decide, am I willing to put the work necessary into accomplishing that goal? So, figure out what it is you need to make, and that you're willing to do the work to make that money, right? Because it's meaning you can make very, very, very good money here. I don't know any industry that pays us well as this industry does. Plus, allows you to build a book of residual business that will pay you over and over again for as long as that policy stays on the book. So again, going back to my video, figure out what it is that you need to make. So you don't have to buy leads. There is the network marketing type IMOs where it's friends, family, and neighbors, and that's great, but you can't build a consistent income. That's not what I do. It's not what we do. We are a leads-based sales opportunity. I think that's what you should be part of. At the very least, make sure they own their own lead generation houses and provide you from some fresh leads. And the leads are what they are. Nothing wrong buying old leads as long as you're not paying brand new price for them and assuming that they're brand new. That's the big deal. I get on that bandwagon a lot because it really bothers me. But take whatever you figure you need to earn, and then add $1,000 for a advertising budget. Because in our business, leads, as you know, the Beef Patties and Mortgage Station video that I have out there, that should be right here now, will tell you that. I mean, look, in every business you have advertising. You have to make sure you take the employee hat off, put the business hat on, because you are a business person and running a business in these IMOs. You are an independent contractor and you are running a business, which means you have profit and loss, you have expenses, and all those things. And again, that video will kind of go over that with you. So, you know, in most businesses, brick and mortar, Subway, McDonald's, whatever it is, you have to run coupons, and there's all kinds of advertising you do to get them in your door. Well, in our business, we don't need to do that, right? We're trying to get into their door. So, but again, we do that by the best means possible. Here's the reality. These IMOs that, or at least the IMOs that have their own lead generation companies, they send out thousands and thousands of letters. You've heard me talk about this before. And, you know, 2 out of 100 come back. Well, there's a cost involved in 98 that didn't come back. They still had to buy the data from the county. They still had to mail the letters. They still had to have the technology to print all this stuff. All that stuff that goes on, it's very, very costly, which is why it costs so much money to produce a brand new lead in this industry. On average, it's about $60 to $80 to produce a brand new fresh lead in most major metropolitan areas because of the amount of fall off, right? 2 out of 100 letters, so 98 letters had to be sent out, post-date, all that stuff, right? Postal put on them and envelopes and letters and all that stuff to get 2 back. Well, you and I only had to buy the 2 that came back. So while we're still running a business, the IMO, or the lead generation houses, is taking the most risk, right? So I think you have to get that in your head that, you know, the leads are what they are. If you think they're expensive, well, you need to kind of work on that because, you know, Angela and I, we buy as many as we possibly can. In fact, we're going, and I talked about putting a hat on. She told me to wear my vacation hat today, so hopefully you enjoy my vacation hat. That's why I'm wearing it. My Tommy hat on, my Tommy shirt on. So, but we're leaving tomorrow to go about 5 hours away to work a different area because there's a lot of A leads in that area, and we've exhausted the A leads we have in our area. And we're going up there, and we're going to be up there for 3 days running appointments up there, protecting families. And so we're going to get in the RV and going up there. So I mean, that's what I love about this business is that we can work wherever we want to be. So, but again, that's why you want to have an advertising budget, is because you need to have whatever it is. You have to have some sort of runway. That's why part-time is so good in this business, because you have other incomes coming in that can fund this business to the point where you learn some basic skills and you start closing some sales, and then your part-time job ends up making more money than your full-time job. Then you dump the full-time job, come into this business full-time, and you're ready to go. It doesn't put you and your family under such financial pressure. So, all right, so how do we do this? How do we set a goal for what we need to do in order to earn the kind of money that we need in order to be in this business, right? So the key formula here is, and you can write this down, I'll try to talk a little slower, and I'm going to write on this board behind me as well, but you need to figure out exactly what it is that you need to make per month to pay all your bills, keep your spouse happy if you're married, and not be fearful of the mailbox. And then you add in, as I said before, we need to have beef patties. We need to have leads, because leads is how we guarantee that we're going to be in front of people that are interested in our product every week. And that's different from the friends, family, and neighbors network marketing approach, because you can only sustain yourself for so long on friends, family, and neighbors and referrals, right? Being in a leads-based sales opportunity is powerful because there's always going to be someone interested and raise their hand and say, hey, I want to talk to somebody. So it allows you to make a consistent income. That's what most people miss. You want to do the friends, family, and neighbors, there's IMOs out there. And you should do that even with our IMO, because business is free business. It's not business you have to pay for. And of course, we want our loved ones to be protected, right? But again, that's inconsistent. What I'm trying to teach you is how to create a consistent, scalable income. Okay, so that's the end of part one, where we set some ground rules, kind of give you some ideas about goal setting on how to make $100,000 in mortgage protection and final expense sales. I chopped this up in 3 different videos, so it wouldn't be a 30 or 40 minute long video where you can kind of take each section, make some notes, and kind of understand the concept. And video number 2 is really some serious meat. We start getting into the real, how do you figure out what I need to make versus what I needed to sell in order to make sure at the end of the month you have enough money to meet your obligations, keep the family happy, keep the bill collectors at the door, and those type of things. And then in video 3, we're going to move into some examples of what month 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 can really look like if you gave it 100% of your time and focus, whether you're part-time or full-time. It'll take the formula and give you some projections. Maybe by the time you get through watching video number 3, you'll really have a pretty good, you'll really have a good grasp on how to set goals to make $100,000 a year in mortgage protection and final expense sales. What a great industry. Hope you enjoyed video number 1, and just go find video number 2 and we'll proceed. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Remember, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell below. That gives you instant notifications when I do live videos. Love to have you a subscriber. And do me a favor, like this video. I don't say that enough. Push the like button. That helps the video get out to more and more agents, maybe keep them in the business. And that's really what this whole YouTube channel is all about, right? So hit the like button, smash the bell, and hit the subscribe button and make a comment. Please do 1 through 4. I'd love to hear from all of you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.